Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to create the perfect image for Pinterest. So right now we are in Canva. It's a free system that you can use to create beautiful images for your website, for your blog, for Pinterest, for any social media account. So I've actually already chosen to use an image size perfect for Pinterest. You can see that it's Pinterest graphic. Now what I'm going to do is just kind of change this design title right now. So this is my sample Pinterest image. Now when you download the file, when you're done, this is going to be the file name, and you can actually download it like this. We're not going to do that yet because we haven't done anything yet. So let me just show you a little bit around Canva. So right now there's some free templates for you to use. Now you know it's free because it has this little free icon right there. You can use any of these. Any of the images are fair game. Any of the fonts are fair game. All of this is for you to use. So you literally can just click on anything and it auto-populates in the space right here. And then you can edit the text to be anything that you want. If you, for some reason, didn't like the text that they have here, the font, you can change that by going through here. Same thing, this is just like a Microsoft Word or anything like that. You get to control the font, the size, the color of the font. If you didn't see the color you want here, you can put in the hex code right here. You can control whether or not some fonts you actually can't make bold, like this one is a script font, so you can't really make it bolder. It's aligned. You can also make it auto caps by clicking this or return it. You can put bullets, and you can also control the spacing. This is for multiple line text. Here's an image. If you didn't like the image in here, you can upload your own image by dragging something from your desktop, just like I did here. Or you can use free photos that are within Canva. So I just went to elements, and then here's a bunch of free photos. So I can just replace that with literally anything over here. So Canva is really simple to use. It's very intuitive, and it can make some really amazing images. So this is, I'm just kind of showing you around. This is not the design I would recommend using for Pinterest. Especially if you have a target audience mainly comprised of women. Mostly the images now are very white, and they have big text all throughout. So this is a pretty image, but it's not one that I would recommend using. I'm going to show you how I make my images for Pinterest, and I've actually gotten some decent amount of compliments on mine, so I think that it's probably a good indication of what you might want to aim for in your Pinterest images. So I'm just going to delete all of this and start from scratch. Now what I do is I always go to grids. So grids lets me choose this template here. Now what this is essentially telling Canva is when I drop an image in here, it's going to fill from every corner. So now I go to uploads, and I'm going to use some of my own pictures here. So I'm just going to drag this one here, and you can see I have a styled stock photo membership. I love it because it sort of takes all of the thinking out of creating a Pinterest image for me. I can literally drag and drop anything in here, and it's all ready to go, which I really like. Now, I spent a little bit of money on that, so if that's not within your budget, then you don't need to do that. You can literally go and use any of the free photos here. You can also find free stock photo memberships across the web. There's a lot of options, and you can definitely take advantage of those. Like something like this might work well for you. For now, I'm going to use mine just so you can kind of see. So now that I have the background, literally all I do is I go in and add text. So I'm going to change the size here. It's a little too big. And actually, for the sake of this, I might choose one that has a little more white space here. This is a little better. I'm going to center the text. Let's say I'm writing a blog about top WordPress. And I'm going to use some other things here. Top WordPress themes. Except I don't like this in all cap. And now just kind of see, I'm just playing around right now, just so you can see. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. Just kind of showing you all the different things you can do. Now I changed the font really quickly. I'm going to make this bold, make this smaller so that it fits. Probably a little bit smaller there. Now this is not perfect, but I'm just kind of showing you all the different things that you could do. I'm going to make this bigger. Okay, so you can do anything like that. You can change the color, like I have a few set colors in here that I always use. You can really do anything you want. So if you like that, then pretty much that's it. Now, one thing I'll say that you should do is you should always credit your site. So my site is edenfree.com. So I always put this here. I'm just going to make it a little smaller because that's actually a really big size. So you can do edenfree.com. Or you would do your own site. You can put it creatively anywhere here. You can even like rotate the text so that it fits, like matches this thing if you wanted to. So there's literally anything you could do. When you're happy with the image, you just download it to your desktop. It can be a PNG or JPEG, and then that's it. I'm going to show you a few other things that you can do first, because not all images are going to be as easy as this. Let's say you have an image like this. Now, obviously, I wouldn't recommend downloading this because no one can see the text. So there's a few things you can do. You can make the background image more transparent by going like that. Or you can keep this the way it is, and you can go to elements, and you can go to shapes, and then click on this rectangle here, drag it. Now you're like, what are you doing, Eden? This looks terrible, but just hold on for a second. Make this white, make this more transparent, and then make it go to the back more. And I would even recommend making this even a little bit more opaque. Oops. Now, if you do something like this, I would recommend actually filling the whole space. So I would probably, if it was me, I would do something like this. Now let's move this out of the way here. Just move that down. So I'd probably do something like this. This spacing is a little bit tall. So that's decent. And actually I might make this, let me move this out of the way so I can grab this background image. I might make this a little even bit more opaque. So a lot of white space is very appealing to people. It's easy to read. You never want people to feel like they can't read your text. So this looks decent. So then when you're all set, you can download. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else I need to tell you. Now let me just show you a little bit of other things that you can add here. There's lots of free things here. So you can add frames. You can add illustrations. Oops, it's not letting me choose illustrations. Here we go. Okay, so you can choose illustrations, anything that you feel like you need, you can search for it here. Like let's say you feel like you need an image of a pencil, you can search pencil and a bunch of free ones come up. Now you'll notice that Canva will get you to try and buy certain things. I've never bought anything from Canva in my life, and you probably don't need to, so kind of stick with the free ones, and you can put that anywhere. So that's pretty much it. It's very simple to make beautiful images on Canva. Try not to overthink it, and just do your best, and let me know if you have any questions.